welcome to my channel. Welcome back to the channel. You are watching Handmade by Dyyannamarie, and I am Dyyannamarie. So, I have these See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and Speak No Evil little dragons. They're absolutely adorable. And I'm going to be using chrome powders for these. These are less resin chrome powders. I know I'm going to do the gold and the green and this blue green, and I'm sure I'll incorporate some of the other colors, but let me get these guys turned inside out. You guys don't need to see me struggle with that, and then we'll get going. All right, we're going to start with the first one here, which is See No Evil. So I've got it turned inside out. And I'm going to start out with this blue-green color here. So if you remember, when I used these before, I was talking about how wonderfully rich these are. In fact, all these colors are so nice and so rich. So I'm going to start, let's see, let's just start at the front. How about that? We'll start at the front by doing the front part of our dragon here. So how's everybody been? We've had so much rain here in the Dallas Metroplex. Today is Tuesday, and when I tell you, honey, it has been raining. It has been raining something just fierce, which of course I'm very happy about because my yard guy laid down fertilizer last week, and it has been raining off and on ever since he put the fertilizer down, which of course is wonderful because it saves me money. You know, I don't have to worry about watering my yard because nature's taking care of that for me. My grass is so pretty and green, y'all. It is so pretty. And when I first moved into my house, there were like 2 trees, and I've owned a property before that had trees in the front yard, and the guy I bought the house from that first time, he took care of, you know, like leveling the house out. The house had been built like in the 70s, so he took care of leveling, you know, fixing the foundation basically is what he did. But that big old tree in the front yard, I lived in that house for about 6 years, and the foundation started messing up again because that it was a huge tree. I mean, a huge tree. So, yeah, I went ahead and got permission and took those trees out of my yard, and I have beautiful flowers in my yard now. They're really, really pretty. So, okay, so I'm gonna turn this around. And so on the back here, we have the little spiky things, and then we have the wings. So I'm gonna do the little spiky things in the same color that I did the front part in. So we're just gonna add that to it here. I've seen several people doing these dragons, and everybody has their own way of doing them. Some of them will just pour color. I'm going to do that too. Just mix colors and just pour them in, and then they will, you know, like use acrylic paint to then you know, go over the spines and stuff like that. So you got different ways that you can do things. As you are venturing into this resin journey, you're gonna find a lot of people using the same type of molds, but their results are all different. And that's because we're all different. We all have different concepts of what we want our craft to look like. So Oop, that was okay. Let's get this turned around here and get the rest of these scales. Is that the right word? Scales? Spiky things here. So we'll get all these colored in. And I think what I'm going to do with the wings is I'm going to put the gold color on them. And I think that's going to be it, because this is the first time I've done this and I don't want to do too much. But I want to, you know, give it something. Okay, so let me clean this up a little bit because I want to clean up around the outside here where the color has come over or gone over. So I want to clean that up, and then I'm going to come back and we'll get the gold.
I knew that cats have a lot of vocal cords.
They do.
Yeah, they're used for purring.
Mm-hmm.
Like petting.
Yeah, okay, so now we have our gold, and I'm just going to go inside with the gold to do the wings.
The wings?
Mm-hmm, the dragon wings.
You're making a dragon?
Well, the mold is a dragon.
I like dragons.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Because they're so cool.
Are they now? What makes dragons so cool to you?
Because of their powers.
Oh, they have powers?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of powers do dragons have?
Maybe different beams and fly.
Oh, and they fly. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, and I don't know that they have, and I don't know in age that they use a Lunar New Year dragon.
What's a Lunar New Year dragon?
It's a dragon that's used for Lunar New Year's.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, thank you, sir, for letting me know about that.
I even got one. And I got, lots of dragons.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I found this one.
Really? Well, that's nice to know.
Yeah, I saw one when I was watching the Minecraft movie.
Oh, the Minecraft. Okay. Okay. Well, that's interesting to know, too.
Yeah. Dragons were like big lizards.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true. Okay. All right, so we have all of this painted now. I got the extra dust there. Okay, now comes the fun part.
What is it?
I'm gonna have to turn this back around. I have to flip it back inside. So let me do that. Let me clean up my area here so I don't make any more of a mess.
What's this part?
This is the dragon. I just have it turned inside out. So now I gotta turn it back the right side so I can pour the chemicals, as you call it, in it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna turn this back right side, guys, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so when I turn this one back around, I've got spaces where it's missing. It actually came up along the chin. My wings look okay, but yeah. So what I decided to do was just mix the color, this blue-green color. I just mixed it up in some resin. Now this isn't going to be quite enough because the mold says it takes I just saw it. It takes 4 fluid ounces for this particular mold. So I don't think this is going to be quite enough, but it'll be, it's nice and translucent, so it won't be too dark. So I'm just going to go ahead and see what I can salvage here. Oh, almost enough. All right, I'll mix up some more. And also what I'm going to do is to squeeze to make sure that any air bubbles that may be in there, I can push them up to the top. Okay, so I'm gonna make some more. And so what I decided to do is not to try to flip it over and do that because it didn't work for me. First time I've done this, so maybe after some practice I can get that part down. So what I'm going to do is just select whatever color I'm going to do, and then go ahead and fill up the molds, and then using my craft pens and then paint, I can go ahead and then do a little bit more defining. So I'm going to go ahead and make the colors and fill everybody up, get them cured, and then I'll be back. But what I do want to tell you is that when you are filling these up, make sure you're going in and you're squeezing, so you are pushing any air bubbles that may be at the bottom, you're pushing those toward the top. So make sure you do that. So I didn't really think about how I was going to cure these things because they are taller than my UV lamp. So what I've done was I've just taken the sides apart and literally sat them on the sides. So I now have it sitting in. So this will actually allow me to cure 2 or 3 of them at the same time.
Yeah, I see more.
Okay, guys, here they are. These guys have been curing, I know, for a good, dare I say, close to an hour, if not over an hour, honestly. So let's do the very first one. Let's see if I can get this out of here. This one isn't difficult, I don't think. So let us see. I don't wanna break wings or anything. Mm. Okay, let's try to do it this way. My gosh. Okay, y'all, this is one of those challenging ones. So I'm gonna pull this out and I'll be back. Okay, we got him out. Actually, it's pretty. I like it. And we can see where my painting didn't go quite right. But it's okay. It kind of gives it an antique look. I can also see where I had air bubbles in the ears. Just in that ear there, and a little one there. But dare I say, it gives it a little character. I was looking to see if I saw any other air bubbles, but I don't. Patina, that's the word I'm looking for. That's what that kind of reminds me of. But he's cute. I like him. And he is fully cured. So there's no stickiness or anything like that on him. So I'm going to call him a success. I mean, dragons have little cuts out of their ears, right? Okay, so that's that one. Okay, I'm going to open or pull these other 2 out and I'll be back. Y'all don't need to see me struggle. It was a struggle. So let me get these and I'll be back. All right, guys, here they are. Here are all 3. And actually, you know what? I like them. I mean, I'm gonna go through and let's see. Let me grab mine. I'm just gonna grab. Let's see. We'll use the marker pen here to color in our eyes. Sorry, trying to keep y'all in frame. Okay. That's gonna be okay. Huh. Nice, nice, nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with these two guys. Just color their eyes in. And we will be done with these guys. There was no trimming on the bottom of them. Well, that one I got a little trimming right there to do, but no trimming on this one. So I'll put a picture up at the end so you can see what I did with the eyes. I think that's all I'm going to do really is just do the eyes. These spiky things are a little on the sharp side. So I guess they're supposed to be. And I noticed in the mold, it looked like the ears were kind of like this in the mold. So it may not be. I'm going to do another one, but the horns turned out okay. So yeah, I'm going to call this a success. Let me do this one eye over here, or maybe not. There we go. Just color that eye in. Give you an idea of what it'll look like. Yeah, I'll go back and perfect some things. Maybe, give them a little color on the nose. But yeah, I'll put a picture on the back end of the video so you guys can see what they look like once I finish doing a little detailing. But yeah, I'm happy with these. I'm tickled with these. They are the first dragons I've ever done. I'm not a big dragon person. I love watching movies, but I don't own any dragons or anything like that. But these are really cute. These are really cute. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. Well, there they are, the finished ones. My very first little dragons. Speak no evil, hear no evil, and see no evil. They're cute. This is the one I tried to do the paint on the inside. So they came out okay. But they're adorable.